it will be okay. Because hopefully we'll have a better one after the game. Vici Gaming, Orange Esports, coming up. Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2 where it is the grand finals of the AMD Premier League. Vici Gaming, Orange Esports. One of these two teams will take home $3,000 and a first place recognition for this tournament. Second place, not as good as first place, obviously. You still get $1,500, but you want to have that first place. Right now, Orange is one game ahead of Vici Gaming, who will try to force out a third game. For this broadcast, I'm not by myself. You'll be seeing some stats inside the game, brought to you by music, and you'll be having me, myself, as caster, and my co-caster, Kanaz, to listen to. Kanaz, welcome back.
Good to be back.
So, Orange, pretty convincing in the first game.
Yeah, they looked real good. Apparently some people in chat thought it was funny I said it was a close game. I was speaking comparatively for people who watched our first series where none of the games were close.
Yeah.
There was definitely some fight to Vici Gaming in that first game, and it looked like there were points when they had a little bit of an advantage.
It wasn't a complete stomp.
Yeah, it wasn't a stomp, not like the first three games that we cast together today. So Vici Gaming, they had some fight to them. Orange definitely looked stronger. Their lanes, I think, were just, I guess, better thought out. They had the triple core lineup, and they had the advantage in one lane significantly, and kind of went close to even in the other two. And that puts you at a huge advantage because you have three farmers going up against two.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see if that's going to be the case once again. Orange are going to go for like a triple core lineup, or if they're going to go scale it back a little bit, maybe depending on how things go, because Vici are going with some of the heroes we saw already out of the last game.
Yeah, Vici, Dragon Knight, and Weaver picked up. With the Darkseer, the first one for Orange. They actually went for that as a first pickup, and last pickup in the previous game was the Gyrocopter, and this time they want to have it again, and they pick it up in the first picking phase. Bedrider, Alchemist, OD, and Lifestealer were the bans so far. We still have the Shadow Demon in the pool, we still have the Visage in the pool, but everybody ignores those so far. So we'll see if they get a banning placed or if they will be picked up in the last game, because both would actually be pretty nice on either side. And there goes the Shadow Demon, okay. So that's one away, and that's two away. Never mind me, that's gonna be the Visage and the Shadow Demon gone. Still have the Rubik as a setup support though.
Yeah, they have there are lots of supports that are still left in the pool. I'm not surprised to see both Shadow Demon and Visage banned out, of course, as they're sort of the popular supports, and for good reason. They're both very strong. They can have a very big impact on team fights throughout the game as well as early on in the laning stage. But there are also plenty of other heroes. Rubik, like you mentioned, is great for his setup abilities, as well as Spell Steal is pretty much always going to be a relevant ability. There he goes on the ban. So it looks like this phase is all about ban supports, and Jakiro going to be the last one.
Yeah, we still have Leshrek, Lina, and Bane, three core supports, and of course Io. I mean, I mentioned Io, but Vici Gaming actually a team that plays it with the Dragon Knight, as I said in the previous game, but not so sure if they want to go for it right now. But I say those three heroes because, of course, you've already got your big stun with the Dragon Knight, Dragon Tail, instant stun. You've got your Split Earth or Light Strike Array to follow up on that one. And if you still want to have a setup stun, you can go for the Bane to have that. Nyx Assassin, a hero that we saw banned out in the first phase in the previous game, also still in the pool, and will be Vici Gaming's core support, I'd say, as Orange will be thinking about what they are going to go for next. If it's still a Bane, it could work. It could actually work pretty nicely, because it's purple together with the Darkseer.
Oh, right. We're color coding.
Yep.
Chen is going to be their pick, who doesn't really match colors with anybody of the heroes they still have. So obviously that's the worst pick.
I'm actually thinking, with Vici Gaming's role switch, we've seen ZSMJ only Nature's Prophet and Chen so far. And Tree and Protector, actually once. But all those heroes kinda make that Vici Gaming doesn't go for aggressive tri-lanes. Ever. Since they're swapped, they haven't done it. At least not in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you could still go for an aggressive tri-lane, and with Weaver, Nyx Assassin, they sort of have the makings of one already. Niche's Prophet is also a pretty good hero to have if you're going to be running the aggressive tri lane. He can sort of survive in the safe lane typically, and also can have that presence in the aggressive tri lane. But most of the time we do see Nature's Prophet just run as sort of the offlaner who abandons. We'll see exactly what they want to go with it, and if they're going to run an aggressive tri lane. Kind of doubting it though, and maybe you're aware of this fact, and that's why they're comfortable picking up the Chen. They don't expect the aggressive tri lane.
Yeah.
So why not just run a hero who's going to be a support that can sort of get some farm, take advantage of that jungle?
Yeah. I would still like to see aggressive trends. I mean, it worked so well the previous game. Why not want to do it again? I would like them to see them do it again. But so far, they only have one core, by the way.
You'd like to see Orange run the aggressive tri lane again?
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe
it's
not
pretty
with the
difficult.
Chen, but
Yeah, with the Chen pickup, it's already... That's pretty... You're going deep if you're going on that aggressive tri lane. The Chen aggressive jungle is... It's kind of sketchy.
yeah.
You can do it, certainly, if the other team doesn't have anything that can punish it at all. But with heroes like Weaver and Nyx, I don't know if I would be comfortable running that.
Whoa! We were talking about
Yes.
supports getting banned out, and in comes the Shadow Shaman. I love this. I secretly hope that this is a Shadow Shaman solo mid. Please make it happen. Thank you. It doesn't really work because Dark. Well, you want to have 2 cores still. I mean, it can work, but you want to have another core because otherwise your opponent's gonna have more cores than you.
5 seconds.
Not sure if that's what they want to do. Darkseer is of course already on the off lane / jungle. Chen is already in the jungle. Period. Gyrocopter on the safe lane. And you've got a support Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman actually works very nicely together with the Rocket Barrage. But he does have to stand still to get that shackle off. And that's gonna put him in a tough spot. Unless it's gonna be a safe... just a suicide lane, 1 hero. But I would really like to see an aggressive Shadow Shaman. Who knows?
Yeah, Shadow Shaman, he was a mid hero a long time ago. Like years at this point. But I can't really imagine seeing him in this lane. You know he's going to be going up against Dragonite, and it feels like Shadow Shaman doesn't have that much game in lane against Dragonite. They both have sort of spammy abilities, so maybe that could be the thought process, and you eventually want to sort of transition into a pushing ability with those Serpent Wards. But Dragonite's just going to have so much more impact on the game as it goes on when compared to a Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really expect to see that. I think they're going to want something else who can really do something with the farm, sort of scale into the later game. I guess it's important to note that Vici really doesn't have very good team fighting, and they have a lot of single target and not much in the way of AoE. While Shadow Shaman, Darkseer, Gyro, those are heroes that have AoEs. Chen, of course, his ultimate is effective in team fights, so they definitely needed a team fight hero, and Clockwork, someone who could sort of help fill that role, but probably still not the ideal.
Yeah, I mean, with the 1 core pickup so far from Orange, they could kind of take that safe role and just make sure that they have that Clockwork there. Orange thinking about their last ban. They don't really have that much time, or that last pick rather. They don't really have that much time left. Only 7 seconds in their bonus time. So it's going to be a tough one. Is it going to be a Queen of Pain / Puck / well, maybe even a Razor, but I don't think so.
5 seconds.
Or is it gonna be something supporting and leave that Shadow Shaman mid? I mean, it's my secret hope. I have to say, there's not enough Shadow Shaman solo mid lately. Just saying.
Lately?
Lately. Ever. Since
when
last year. Since a year ago. Is it gonna happen? Let's see who picks up that Shadow Shaman.
It looks like it's probably gonna be Shadow Shaman mid with that Sand King pick. I think it's
Mushi
Sand
Sand
King
King.
mid.
No, Mushi has played Sand King mid before also. I mean,
Sand King mid is pretty effective against Dragonite, actually. If you get those points in the Caustic Finale, it's very effective against a melee hero in the mid lane because it's difficult to get close to the creep wave.
Yeah.
It does a lot of damage very, very quickly.
well, I guess I'm unlucky. Unfortunately. But it is to be expected, to be fair. I mean, as you say, Sand King, we've seen it being done before by Mushi as well. Very enjoyable to watch also, and CTY up against that Sand King, it will be interesting to watch. It should be the Sand King that is able to harass the Dragonite away, depending on how much bottle crowing and timing that CTY does on his Dragonite. So yeah, We are in the second game of the grand finals of the AMD Premier League.
Prepare for battle.
One team will take home $3,000, the other one $1,500. And we are already in the second game as said. Orange is one game ahead. We're going to see if Vici Gaming forces out a third game. And we're going to see them trying it from the dire side. 2-2 will be taken on the Weaver. Going towards that top lane. It looks like I am proven wrong here because we might have an aggressive lane here. No, never mind. I'm not sure what the supports will be doing. But 2-2 on the Weaver. It will be FY taking on the Clockwork. We'll see if the supports rotate with him. Fenrir on the Nyx Assassin. It will be CTY on the Dragonite. And then, of course, ZSMJ will move into the jungle. Yeah, we are going to have a dual bottom lane. Fenrir and FY will be by themselves on the bottom lane. Curious. Although they can do that with the Chen there.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, they might. That's what exactly what they might be thinking is that because Chen's going to be mostly jungling, they might be safe to run this dual lane at least at first. We'll see if that ends up being the case or if Fenrir moves somewhere else. It looks like he might be walking towards the top lane now. I imagine he kind of wants to be able to pull and doesn't want to be taking experience away from the Clockwork. So hanging out down there, I don't know. We'll see what happens. In the meantime,
The battle
Orange
begins.
on the rain side, we're going to have KYXY playing the gyrocopter. X, Extinct, going to be on the Chen. Mid lane's going to be handled by Mushi playing the Senking. I missed someone else down there. Oh, there he was. Net going to be on the Shadow Shaman. He was evading my camera. And then finally their off lane will be Ohio on the Darkseer.
Yep. And we'll be seeing indeed Sand King, CTY, Dragonite. So, I mean, this is one of the more interesting best of ones, one versus one matchups, as we saw also in the Raycall ECL. Wait a second, what you doing, Ohio? He really wants to get that level 2. He's gonna live through some harassment with it, puts an Iron Shell up on himself, harasses Fenrir away, who hasn't expected anything just yet, goes for an Impale. But Ohio is on the level 2. But yeah, this is one of the more interesting one versus one matchups. Of course, the previous one that was done for that Red Bull ECL was CTY won it, but that was just a 1 versus 1 with both Shadow Fiend. Of course, this is way different. We're gonna see how aggressive it can be. But if Mushi does more of what he just did and is able to get more kills from it, like more last hits, he might be able to take down CTY. Ohio, what are you doing? He might be able to get first blood actually. Nature's Prophet TP's in. They want to try and take down Ohio instead with that Iron Shell up. He should be indeed. No, pops himself. There's some Treants. He hasn't got another surge yet for another 6 seconds. He's just trying to run for it. But ZSMJ not able to run away for, not run after it, not fast enough. Close call though, but for both sides I feel.
Yeah, that could have gone either way very quickly. Both managed to make it out alive. Nothing really bad happens except that Darkseer will have to walk all the way back to the fountain by probably TP scroll to get back to lane very quickly. Just because it was a good guess by Nature's Prophet to summon those Treants there, breaks the south. Otherwise, things could have gotten a little bit scarier. I think he almost had 2-2 down. That would have been real good for him if he was able to get that kill on the Weaver. For multiple reasons, just shutting down Weaver obviously is pretty good. But it also gives him the first blood money. And on Darkseer, that can be huge. You can really have a big impact in the mid game if you get all that experience in gold early on.
Yeah, Fenrir's still level 1, so only has still got that Impale. Of course, 2-2. He got kind of distracted from farming for a little while, so he's slightly behind on last hits compared to everybody of Orange. And when I say everybody of Orange, I do mean all core lanes. I mean, KYX we're doing really nice, 15-4. I say all cores, but one of the cores I mean is also the Chen. Because we can compare Chen to the Nature's Prophet, I feel like. 9-0 for ZSMJ.
2-2. Oh, he's okay. 2-2 is taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have enough for Shikuchi. Looks like he'll be okay though.
Yeah, he still has that one salve, so should be okay unless Ohio thinks he's gonna be playing a balls move. But with that salve up on 2-2, we'll be able to live. Maybe though, no Burrow Strike. Actually, Mushi is gonna die for this. Maybe die, but we'll see. Dragon Tail's there, and that should be Mushi getting himself out. He can go away with the Burrow Strike, and that's exactly what he'll do, and he'll be safe. Almost got himself a kill up on CTY, but ZSMJ forced to show up to force him away. And I mean, him showing up there and the Dragon Tail, of course, helping out is nice because nobody dies on the side of Vici Gaming. But at the same time, ZSMJ for the second time forced a TP to a lane where he doesn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, it's slowing down ZSMJ's farm quite a bit for him to be helping out elsewhere. And the worst part is that his help hasn't really been really necessary, I guess. He hasn't been able to obviously secure the kill, and both times it felt like the person was able to get away regardless of his help. Mushi, though, is doing a great job in this mid lane, and it looks like their little pocket strat here against the DK of having the Sand King is working wonders from the far.
Nice.
Oh no, ZSMJ might be in trouble.
Yep, a nice Dragon 2 coming off in CT but nice illusion steal from Mushi. Burst Strike's still up on the Dragon Knight though. He might try to block. No, doesn't try to block. He does have bottle charges, so could try to go for the Burst Strike in 3 seconds, and it looks like that's exactly what he wants to do, but actually he gets blocked by himself. That's gonna be the first blood. No, the Dragon Knight, he could Dragon Tails again! And that's the illusion's gone, and that's no first blood on the board. That is CTY living, and Mushi being very sad with an empty bottle, and takes the creep waves, and will probably be forced back. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, tower goes down. Orange was pushing that one, and was able to take it just fine. Well, FY was just standing back, not dying yet, though he has to be so careful. There's so much disable here, with and a net from the troll, and a net from the shackle from net. But he is safe. No first blood on the board yet.
Yeah, a lot of close calls already this game, and none of them have really been able to just quite seal the deal. I really thought Mushi was going to have that one.
Me too.
So one Lotto attack away. Just really good by CTY to be able to get away, but again, he's struggling in this mid lane, and things are going to just get worse as Mushi's getting levels, because Caustic Finality and Burrow Strike are both going to become more and more threatening as he's leveling up.
Yeah, CTY, I mean, he can stick around, but he can't really hope to get a range of experience all that much anymore when that happens, because if he is around when an entire wave dies at the same time, which can happen when you level those two up, it's, you know, he probably is going to go down to half HP or more, and, you know, has to be very careful. In the meantime, 2-2, he has his time lapse, might be forced to use it, but actually just going to take the harassment like a man. He's got that ring of health, and it is actually Ohio that's rotating first, and he rotates middle. Maybe there's gonna be... Oh, that was just someone holding a shackle. Net might be in trouble though. There is a battery assault. There is a TP in as well. Nice cogs actually helping out Net a little bit. Battery assault goes on, but boots up on Net will allow him to get away. And in comes XY, KYXY. Nice double burrow strike. Mushi with an epicenter. Cooldown comes down as well. That's one dead. First blood goes to KYXY, and they're trying to chase down FY. There's gonna be another burrow strike in 2 seconds. Bottle is being drunk, and the burrow strike hits, and that's a rocket barrage and a shackle. Double kill for KYXY. And what started as Vici Gaming trying to go for an easy first blood on the Shadow Shaman turned out...
Sheever,
what?
You got first blood item.
What?
You got the first blood item. Sheever has received a prize.
How do I get that? I'm not watching my own stream. How does I get that?
I don't know, but you got the first.
I thought I did something very wrong, because I think that's the first time ever that you had dropped me like that. It was, oh my god, something terrible happened.
No, something exciting.
Something exciting happened. Whoa, yeah, cool. Ooh, I wonder what I got.
Yup. So sweet. Sheever gets an item,
yep.
And you get to see a double kill there. So it was a very good rotation, obviously, by Orange to get those 2 kills. 2-2 taking some harassment. Top lane though.
Ooh, with a lot of harassment. In comes the TP. There will be a Sprout, but then there's no vacuum anymore, actually. Ohio won't be able to run from it. Actually, does have a tree tangle. Surge. Runs. 4 people on the chase for Darkseer without boots. They will get him in the end. They should, thank you, get him in the end. But that's a lot of effort for that one Darkseer.
They committed a lot to getting that kill. They do get him down, and obviously they wanted to get the Darkseer down because he's doing pretty okay, and he's one of the heroes that I guess seems a little bit more gankable for them at the moment. But the real problem is that she's farming very well in this mid lane. KYXY, he's farming very well in the bottom lane, and Chen is also doing particularly well. Extinct has had a great time in the jungle thus far. They need to take care of these heroes as well, not just worry about the Darkseer. And committing 4 heroes towards the top lane just gives all of those heroes more space.
Yeah, if they kill off Ohio again, though, that would be worth it. They do force out a fortification. Both teams take a tower, though. Tier 1 tower middle goes down in trade of a Tier 1 tower top. Though, of course, the Tier 1 mid is kind of worth more than the Tier 1 top. Not in terms of gold, but of course in terms of tactical advantage. Orange just trying to take away that Roshan advantage that Vici Gaming has. And we saw it work out in the previous game, as in Orange got all the Roshans in that fight and it worked out for them. Oh, Impale.
Yeah,
Ohio. Cooldown comes in. KYXY tries to make a difference. Nice! Gets himself a good cooldown there. Flak cannon being used. We already have Weaver going down as well as the next assassin. They do lose a Darkseer in return, but that's okay. As my computer just gets in a bit of an overload. Let me see if I can fix that. Because that is... maybe my graphics card overheating. Well. Yesterday, by the way, as a... just, you know... heads up. I did have an overheated PC, got a blue screen. I have got a fan put on my PC and it goes with the flow of the other fans, so that's good. But, you know, it might happen. Just so you're aware. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I hope that doesn't happen. I understand it's hot there.
It is.
Though not quite as hot there as I think it is here.
Well, you people work with air conditioning. Standard in these houses, no air conditioning is built. Oh, Fenrir gets himself stuck in a shackle, a burst strike, in a net, and goes down. In comes another cooldown. CTY and Tutu taking the full hit from now on, and FY will already go down. I mean, not CTY, I meant FY. Tutu doesn't die though. Might be able to get, no, he will go down still. That's gonna be him dead. Time-lapse was there, didn't use it, used stick charges first, and now a tower will drop. And Orange take themselves a second fight very convincingly.
Yeah, another fight going the way of Orange, another tower going the way of Orange, and things are looking real good for them. They're out farming VG pretty heavily at this point in the game, and I don't know if Vici can really afford to have that happen. The mid-game pressure that can come out from Orange is really going to be devastating, especially the Sanking. Mushi is just doing so well. He has Blink Dagger up on Sanking pre 10 minutes. That's kind of crazy.
It is. And I mean, it's getting out of control a little bit at this point. Orange is 7k gold ahead in experience, 5k experience ahead, and at this point, what does Vici Gaming do to get back? Oh, hook shot! Gets himself locked in with the Chen there. Vacuum outside of the cogs though. Saves Chen a little bit. Ohio might be dying for it. Hand of God will not be enough to save that Darkseer. In comes a Burrow Strike Epicenter. Down goes the Clockwork. Dragonite taking a lot of damage, but can't really go up on Mushi just yet. Looks for that Dragon Tail as Weaver still is able to pick up the Chen on the back end. There will be a 1-for-2 trade still in favor of Vici Gaming, so that's a good one. Is it gonna be enough to take them some control back of this game? Might be. Maybe they take a tier 1 tower with it. We do have the fencing coming though. KYXY already hanging around here. We also have got Net coming in and he's got himself some Serpent Wards up again in 6 seconds.
Yeah, they're gonna have the Serpent Wards. I don't know if they're gonna try and take this fight. I think they're just gonna try and force them back. And VG looks like there has to be to acquiesce to that request. Yep. Oh, poor CTY. He tried to TP out and then saw the homing coming. It was just super depressed.
That's painful. I mean, that's 135 gold down the drain, and it only costed KYXY 120 mana, and he doesn't really care that much about mana because he spams it out anyway. By the way, KYXY, he's got his BKB about done, just about 300 gold, and it's done for him. So when that happens, it's gonna be even more tough for Vici Gaming to do anything about this harassment that comes out from Orange. I mean, they don't have a farmed up Weaver, they don't have a farmed up Dragonite, who is very far away from his BKB. ZSMJ didn't go for Hand of Midas, has got 1600 gold, might be forced to get a fast mechanism for his team, purely because of the rest doing so bad and them being forced to fight all the time, and at least able to survive some cooldowns. Wait a second, oh, Fenrir gets Hex, gets stunned, gets netted. Nice Spike Carapace, but doesn't matter. Sand King with the kill. Mushi killing spree. And yeah, I mean, they're just gonna continue going with this. Let's take down another tower, they think. All tier 1s already dead. Move on to the tier 2s.
Yeah, and they're just gonna be able to continue this way, taking down towers. Again, like I kind of mentioned in the draft with VG's lineup, they don't have team fight, realistically. They have almost no AoE, and that makes it really difficult for them to defend these towers. And Orange have a lineup that really can take advantage of that with heroes like Shadow Shaman, and Chen, who have good pushing abilities. But here comes the initiation.
Yeah, on the top lane. Hookshot in, looking for next pickup. Already took down Ohio because the send home wasn't done in time. They won't be able to get anybody else though. And Shadow Shaman still gets the tower with his ward, so that's nice for him. He actually harasses FY quite a bit. He's not going to be able to free farm these serpent wards. He actually might die for it. Uses stick charges. No, he's fine. But that's close. Lucky for him, there's no Rubik that has a flare. Or no Nature's Prophet that can TP in. But yeah, that's I mean that's at least Vici getting themselves another kill. That's nice. I mean, but the downside is, I mean, there's 5 kills of Vici Gaming, right? 4 of those are the Darkseer. Yeah.
Yeah, Darkseer, he's struggling, and you know, normally you'd say Darkseer, that's like one of the better heroes to get kills on because he was their off lane, he was getting a lot of experience, etc. But he's not actually doing that well this game, and giving up a tower for that is really, really rough for them at this point. We see actually a Force Staff picked up from Mushi here. Somewhat unusual on Sand King, but he just wants a lot of mobility, I guess.
Well, this is like the best initiation if you've got vision. You can Force Staff, blink, Burrow Strike, or you can blink, Burrow Strike, and Epicenter of course as well. And then Force Staff yourself out of the fight, which is of course also quite favorable. Though, like you said, they don't really have that much team fight to Force Staff yourself out for. Orange, they smoke up, they look for a pick-off. They won't be able to find someone though. KYXY shows himself because he doesn't want to be getting away from the farm for too long. Maybe they can find FY, actually, they find CTY.
CTY, yeah.
Well, he just tried to take some farm, but yeah, that's gonna be him shackled, burrow striked, and killed. Mechanism now done up and extinct if he wants to. Tier 2 tower, the second one that will drop in the mid lane. I don't think that Vici Gaming can really try to prevent this from happening. Maybe they can take down a tier 1 tower bottom instead, but I mean, there is still fortification, and we might see them trying to defend it. In comes KYXY. He's indeed gonna try and defend this. And not try, just his TP in will force Vici away. So success achieved.
Yeah, they're just taking down these towers, and with this Blink Dagger up on net now as well, their initiation is so good. It needs to be careful. Fenrir's gonna try and go, and yeah, I think they're gonna be able to.
Another Dragon Tail. Force Staff up into the high ground though. Nicely done. In comes a Burrow Strike. Mushi getting himself out again. Net still getting harassed here by Tutu. Gets a shackle up on CTY though. Full duration. Hand of God keeps everybody up. Epicenter comes in because Mushi came back to the fight. Wants to go for this Dragon Knight. Has another Burrow Strike. Doesn't even need it because Darkseer gets it down. Down goes Nature's Prophet. Down goes FY. And that's 3-4-1. Orange. Double kill for KYXY, dominating this game as their gold graph spikes above the 10k in their favor and above the, well, I guess about 6k, 7k in favor of them. Almost, well, just 6k, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just going straight for tier 3, not even bothering to move towards that top lane to get the other tier 2. This Glyph is just going to be enough time to buy for these heroes to respawn, but with the wards and the centaurs here killing this tower, it's going to go down before they can really even do anything about it. They might not get barracks here, and yeah, they're actually going to back off. This is definitely the right call from Orange.
Hookshot in, maybe they can do something. The BKB is on cooldown. Rocket Barrage forces FY back though. But they still get him. Nice pick off. Vendetta helping out. Nyx Assassin with the last kill. Last hit. Mushi gonna get sent home. Mechanism will keep him up a little while longer. Goes for a 3-man Burrow Strike because he can. Buys time for his team to get away. Or, well, he would. If Zedison didn't TP in. Nice vacuum. Cleaning out the trees and a surge. What is this? People are just saving each other over and over again. I like it. Burrow Strike. Up on Tutu. Mushi getting himself out. Force staffs himself to the rune. Gets an illusion one. That teamwork. A lot of teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork. That's been kind of the name of the game for Orange and I guess VG early on as well. There was a lot of saving each other and just barely surviving fights. But this has come to the advantage of Orange. They managed to get that tier 3 down. Like, they lost their gyrocopter, obviously less than ideal. You don't want to give up your carry, but to take a tier 3 at like 16.5 minutes, yeah, I think they'll probably okay with that. He was 5-0-4 before it, and they get a tier 3 down. Like, that's pretty much amazing for them. Now, if they take one more fight anywhere near their base, they're going to be able to take one set of racks.
Now look at that net worth up on Mushi, by the way. Mushi and also the gyrocopter are just very, very far ahead of Vici Gaming. What is Vici gonna do? I mean, in terms of late game, they've got this split push potential with the Nature's Prophet, but he is indeed has that mechanism, and he's not gonna be able to split push that hard for a while. And then they've got a Weaver that still needs a lot of farm before he finds himself with a Lincoln Sphere in his inventory. We've got a Dragonite that went for 2 Bracers because he can't get his BKB in time. And can they actually hold on long enough to get their farm up before Orange decides to just end it?
Radiant's bottom
Doubtful.
Well, I mean, Orange are already forcing the barracks. They just can drop these Serpent Wards and they're almost killing off the melee racks. They're trying their best to take them down in time. They don't even have to commit that much here.
BKB's turned on. They want to try and go for this nice double burrow strike coming off again from Mushi. In comes the hook shot. FY gets himself back out again. Racks go down. Nobody dies. And, well, even though, of course, Citizen J did get very close. But, oh, another Blink Burrow Strike. Another one up on 2 with the Shackle up on the Dragonite. No way out for him. That's going to be 1 dead on the side of Vici Gaming. And it's going to be then attempting to defend their racks here. It's going to be a very tough job, though. And Orange is not even really forcing it that hard. They're just sitting there because they can. Taking down range wreck very slowly. Thinking, oh, hey, it's a tier 3 tower. We can take that one as well. So that's going to be their next goal. It's all very scary for Vici Game. I mean, they're not even trying to. Now they smoke up. Now they try to. Maybe able to get a kill. Shackle already up on 2-2. Net sitting around there. Vacuum comes in into a Burrow Strike up on 2. Darkseer Wall goes down as well. 2-2 and FY have to be careful there. Net will still get picked up by Fenrir. That's at least a kill for Vici Gaming. But FY will take a fall for that as well. By the looks of it, 1 more hit away from dying. And actually lives because the mechanism comes from the high ground. Weaver will still go down but buys back. And time-lapse himself back into the mid lane. Still though, Orange. One Shadow Shaman gone is not the end of the world. FY hooks himself in. Kills himself off. Triple kill already by KYXY right now. And I mean, this is looking pretty over. Burrow Strike there up on ZSMJ, and he'll end up going down. GG gets called, and Vici Gaming will see X5. Oh, can he actually get a Rampage here? Can he get Fenrir? Nope. Sorry, Sand got that kill. GG, well played, goes out. Orange win the AMD Premier League second season. $3,000. First prize goes to Orange and Illusion Esports.
Yeah, Orange, they looked real strong this game. I said the first one was like not really, it wasn't that close, but it was closer than a lot of what we saw today. This game was not close at all. Orange had the advantage throughout the entire game, and they kept on it. And just, I think, a brilliant pick in the form of the Sand King. They knew it was a good matchup against the Dragonite. They managed to shut down the Dragonite in the mid game. And they had a hero that has great utility, has a very powerful stun in the form of Burrow Strike, that had a lot of farm when normally he doesn't have it, so we really got to see the Sand King shine in this particular game.
I think so too. Blink daggers all around for them.
Yes, 3 Blink daggers.
Yep. And of course, I mean, this was the last matchup for the AMD Premier League, so no more afternoon Dota for that one. We will jump ourselves over to the next tournament though. We have a 15-minute break or so, but then we'll see 2 best out of 3s for the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament. First, we're gonna see a loser bracket game for that, which is EG versus IC Cup. Loser goes home, winner moves on to the next round. And after that, we're gonna see the winners bracket finals between Fnatic and Virtus Pro. So you should stick around because there's gonna be more Dota coming your way soon. 50 minutes from now, so and I'm also gonna show you my item that I won, because it's cool, I won an item. Anyway, before we take off, any shoutouts or plugins, Knaz?
Yeah, shout out to Vasquez and Dr. Z. And if you like my casting and want to follow me, you can catch me on twitch.tv/Kanazta, Kanazta, or on Twitter @KanazDota.
Cool, so we are back with you very soon for more Dota 2. Oh yeah, and if you want to follow and support me, it's everything SheeverGaming in terms of Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, etc. So stick around for more Dota and for knowing which item I got and for commercials and music. Here we go.